Human beings are storytellers. Everything around us tells a story. Speeches, advertisements, press conferences, billboards, social media posts like Facebook updates. This even includes movies. All meaningful communication is in the form of storytelling. My name is Sorgen, and from my culminating experience at PLU, I decided to create a movie review guide and use that guide to make my own movie reviews. I chose to create movie reviews for others to better analyze movies they watch and implement my guide into reviews of movies that I have watched. To implement the guide, I chose 5 movies to review to base solely off of the guide I have created. The guide consists of 9 steps: plot, feel and tone, acting, direction of the script, cinematography, music, pacing, dialogue and script, and finally, the grade. The interesting twist that I put on my movie reviews is that I will be giving the point of an inexperienced movie watcher, and my experienced movie watcher friend will also be giving his point of view. I did this to better implement my movie review guide into my own movie reviews, and to give the perspective of 2 different people to diversify our opinions. First, I will be explaining the communication theory that I used to guide my project. I will then discuss the main goals, the main takeaways, and finally, the next steps to further my project. Lastly, I will show you a segment of a movie review where I implemented the guide. Throughout my project, the communication theory that I used for guidance was narrative paradigm. Narrative paradigm is the idea that human beings are storytellers. Walter Fisher was the first person to introduce the narrative paradigm communication theory. There are 3 essential components that make up narrative paradigm. These components are rationality, coherence, and fidelity. Narrative rationality is the logic. Fidelity is the truthfulness of the narrative, and coherence is whether a narrative is logical and consistent. Breaking the movie up into 9 topics helped people better analyze not only how good the movie was, but if the movie made sense. Walter Fisher studied narrative paradigm and humans as narrative beings, and explained humans as beings who pursue narrative logic. Since we pursue narrative logic, we analyze movies consciously and subconsciously every time we watch one. I created a tool to help people better analyze movies and to help better analyze the narrative logic of movies. I used narrative paradigm to help determine the main goals of my project. The 3 main goals for my project were to give people a tool to critically analyze movies, to target young adult movie watchers, and to implement the guide for my reviews effectively. The first goal of my project was to create a movie review guide that would help people critically analyze movies. I did much research to determine what were the best aspects to be in a movie review guide by taking into consideration my own opinion, my experienced movie watcher's friend opinion, and online research. My next goal was to target young adult movie watchers. I did this by making my survey all college students to determine what movies I would review. This was a very important aspect of my project because I needed to collect data from my target audience in order to reach them and their needs better. I chose this as my target audience because this is the demographic that my experienced movie watcher friend and I both fall into, so we knew how to best tailor it to them. I believe my movie review guide can also be used for people who are avid movie watchers or people who just want to learn to critically analyze movies. My last goal was to implement the guide I created to help young adult movie watchers critically analyze movies into my own movie reviews. In order for this to work, I implemented my movie review guide as the reason for my grades on movies, and not just my opinions. The grade of a movie is not based on whether I liked the movie or the genre itself, but how the different aspects of my guide work together within the movie. Creating and achieving my main goals helped me successfully determine my main takeaways for my project. While there were many aspects that played into the development of my project, such as research, the theory I used to guide my project, and the inspiration behind it, there are 3 aspects of the project that are very important to the development of the project itself: the content of the videos, the reason for creating the videos, and where I chose to post the videos. The most important aspect of my project was the content of the videos. As mentioned, the guide follows 9 steps. While looking for what elements I should put into my movie review, I searched for different opinions on what should go into it. As I mentioned before, I took into consideration my personal experience, my experienced movie watchers' experience, as well as online research for what was important to go into a good movie review. Since we as humans pursue narrative logic, I wanted to make it easier to follow a consistent pattern while watching movies to best analyze the movies and compare them to one another. The second most important takeaway was the reason for creating videos. For my project, I could have created blogs or articles, but I chose to create videos. The reason I chose videos is because I believe it's easier to capture the attention of young adult movie watchers through videos rather than articles, and I wanted to best tailor my videos toward young adult movie watchers. Videos are also a better way to express your true feelings because you can pick up nonverbal cues. Another reason I chose to make videos was because of the platform that I wanted to post them on. The last most important aspect of my videos are where I chose to post them. Instead of making a website, I chose to make a YouTube channel and post them there. Because my audience is young adult movie watchers, I thought it would be more fitting to create a YouTube than a website. According to YouTube, over 2 billion logged-in users visit YouTube each month. And every day, people watch over a billion hours of videos and generate billions of views. Both YouTube or a website would have been an appropriate medium for my project, but I wanted to try and reach as many people as possible so I can continue to make movie reviews in the future. And I believe YouTube was the way to do that. One of the reasons I chose this as my capstone project is because it is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. My experienced movie watcher friend and I have both been wanting to share our guide to help others critically analyze movies and show them how we critically analyze movies. This capstone project was the perfect way to start making movie reviews and connect it to my learning of communication. For the future, my friend and I hope to continue creating movie reviews and stay true to my learning of communication by continuing to base our movie reviews off of the 9-step guide that we created. I truly believe that this is a tool to help not only others, but me as well, to better critically analyze movies. To show you how we implemented our movie review guide and how I plan to continue to implement the guide, here is a short excerpt of one of my movie review videos, The Other Guys. Music, I thought the music was really good. I thought it added to the movie. I thought they had good music choices, but nothing overpowering to the movie.
I thought this was a really good music added to this movie. I thought they had some really good picks. This was definitely one that would stand out as one with good music in a movie.
Yeah, for sure. And the pacing, I thought the pacing was good throughout the whole movie. I thought it had a good pace of comedy. There was no long periods of time without something that caught your attention or without something that made you laugh really hard. So I thought the pacing was really good.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of it is you have to have some of that time for jokes to be told. So if you're really going to cut into the story of this comedy movie, maybe you're going to be, dissatisfied. But I don't think that's the point. The point of it is they have to have time for the jokes, and so with that in mind, the pacing felt right on.
Yeah. I would say the dialogue and the script was pretty good. I thought that the humor in the movie and the comedy of the movie was mostly embedded into the script, which was really, really good. It was really, really funny. So I thought that the dialogue and the script was really good.
I agree. I think it complemented Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg well. I think those guys added some stuff too. They, the improv and stuff, those guys are really good at doing that. And so I think what was in the script was very funny. There were lots of exchanges, which I quote all the time. It was a very memorable script, really funny show.
So my overall final grade for the other guys would be a B.
And my final one, I give the other guys a B+.
Human beings are storytellers. Everything around us tells a story. First, I discussed the theory I used to guide my project. I then discussed my goals, the main takeaways from my project, and then the next steps for my movie reviews. Finally, I showed you a short excerpt of one of my movie reviews that implements my movie review guide. My experience creating these movie reviews and movie review guide has tied together my experience at PLU and my learning of the different aspects of communication. We are all storytellers, and in life, there are stories that are worth telling. There are some stories that are good, and some that aren't so good. There are some with good reviews, and there are some with bad reviews. I believe my story at PLU is one worth telling.